Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to go over the Chapter 13 quiz for your criminal procedure course. It's 10 questions, again, guys, fairly straightforward. One of the questions asks is, if convicted, a defendant will usually blank the conviction to the appropriate appellate court if there is any basis at all. This is a fill in the blank. It's got to be correctly spelled. The correct answer is appeal, A-P-P-E-A-L. It's all lowercase, so it's case sensitive, but just be aware that if there's an issue with a sentencing at our superior court or state court, that the appeal can then be filed and then it can go towards an appellate court. True or false, probation is not considered to be a sentence, but rather a disposition of the case. If you're asked that question, it's true. Probation is not, in fact, a sentence, but it's a sort of way that the case is essentially being disposed of without an actual prison sentence being implemented with it. There is some case law questions, guys. I apologize for these. Page 338 in your textbook. And it says the Constitution's ban on cruel and unusual punishment bars the execution of mentally retarded people, as noted in this U.S. Supreme Court case, that is Atkins versus Virginia. And then again on page 333 it says the court held in blank that the death penalty as such was not cruel and unusual punishment, but that the indiscriminate manner in which it was applied made the death penalty cruel and unusual punishment. That's Furman versus Georgia, and once again that's on page 333. Probation is a form of blank, and an offender has no inherent right to demand to be placed on probation. The correct answer for that is clemency. It's a form of clemency that's granted to that individual, and it can be revoked as well. Next question we have, probation is believed to have begun in America by John Augustus is the correct answer on that. He's the founding father of probation, so just know that if you're asked about that, that John Augustus is synonymous with probation in America. The next one talks about a sentence to 4 years and the state correctional institution is a blank sentence. Correct answer is a definite. D-E-F-I-N-I-T-E. And the next one is a sentence may be included which of the following terms. It will be all of the above, and it's imprisonment and or money fine and or rehabilitation, life imprisonment or the death penalty, imprisonment and or suspended sentence, and or on probation. So make sure you select all for that one. Next is if an offender violates the terms of his or her probation, the offender must do what? They must be returned to prison, sent to jail, sentenced to imprisonment, or given at least one chance to correct their problems. Correct answer for that one is they may be sentenced to imprisonment. If they violate probation, remember probation is a form of clemency. If they violate that, then they can potentially go to prison. So if they have 3 years to serve on probation, they've served 2 years on probation, they have 1 year left, and they violate probation, essentially what that means is that they could potentially be looking at serving 1 year in confinement to serve the remaining balance of their probation. And finally, the guarantee against cruel and unusual punishment is in the 8th Amendment. Just remember, guys, we've gone over those amendments. The first 10 are important. Make sure that you're aware of which one that is, but cruel and unusual is, in fact, the 8th Amendment. Pretty easy quiz, guys. If you have any questions, once again, feel free to reach out to me. And then next week we'll be in class and we'll be sure to cover the next chapter. Thank you.